Hello, I'm Susan Sarandon. In the previous program of Mythos, Joe Campbell began his story of humankind with an exploration of our inner world, the soul, where myths come from. The idea of a living mythology, which organizes and gives meaning to life, does not ring true to our modern sensibilities. How does it work? What is it like to live a myth? Like those who never experience the transforming power of love, we quite literally don't know what we're missing. Nevertheless, to understand this power, if not to actually experience it, we need only to look to those who were here before us, the American Indians. In this program, Campbell initiates us into the world of the American Indian. But first, he considers modern society and the cycle of life we all travel through.
I was given by some of my friends a magazine article from a prestigious sociological journal called Foreign Affairs. This is their 60th anniversary. I was shocked to realize that because I subscribed to the first edition. And in it is an article called The Care and Repair of Public Myth, where the author says that a society that does not have a myth to support and give it coherence goes into dissolution. And that's what's happening to us. He defines myth in an incomplete way. He defines it as an order of acceptable ideas concerning the cosmos and its parts and nations and other human groups. But it concerns also the mystic dimension that informs all this. And if that's not there, you don't have a mythology, you have an ideology. It concerns also the pedagogy of the individual, giving him a guiding track to guide him along. It coordinates the living person with the cycle of his own life, with the environment in which he's living, and with the society, which itself has already been integrated in the environment. Now, this picture that I've put on the screen is from W.B. Yeats, his curious and remarkable book, A Vision. And he has taken it from an alchemical work of the 16th century, Speculum Hominum et Angelorum, the mirror of men and angels. What it represents is the cycle of the moon as a counterpart to the cycle of a human lifetime, with the 15th night of the moon corresponding to the 35th year of a lifetime. Using the terms that Yeats applies to this, we are born from the transcendent mystery, and immediately the society begins putting its imprinting upon us. The mask that we are to wear is put on us by the society. And Yeats calls this the primary mask. The 8th night of the moon is the night of adolescence and puberty. At that time, light begins to dominate over darkness. And so the attitude of dependency and submission has to be transformed now into one of maturity. There are two kinds of maturity, however. There's that of a traditional society where the individual moves over into the role of the authority which has been that of the society. Let's say he becomes the executor, the one who administers the rituals and so forth, which carry the sense of the culture. He continues in the way of the primary mask. On the other hand, in our culture world, where we have a more open view, the individual at this time, when he may be able to have the sense of a destiny and world work of his own, of which the society had no notion, we begin to get a separating. The individual begins to find his own path, and the drag, you might say, of the primary mask is gradually thrown off. This is what is known as the left-hand path. The right-hand path is that of living in the context of the ideology and mask system, persona system, of one's local village compound. The left-hand path is that of the individual quest. Each of us is an individual. Earlier societies did not pay much attention to this. In our world, the individual, particularly in the European world, the individual is recognized as a positive, not simply a negative power. And so there comes, in our world, the antithetical mask, the mask of the individual's own life, pulling against the other. Now, even where the youth is encouraged to find his own path, there is nevertheless a psychological lag, so this is a period of great tension. We are not reborn as easily as primitives or as people in traditional societies. We have a more complicated birth. We come then